Work-Study is a financial aid program that helps students get part-time jobs primarily on Duke's campus. When a work-study student finds a job, financial aid pays a portion of his or her wages through a government subsidy. This subsidy allows the university and off-campus employers to hire more students than would otherwise be possible. To find out if you are eligible, you must complete a FAFSA, which is a free application for federal student aid. Your financial aid counselor will use the information on the application to determine whether you qualify for work-study and then notify you via email if you are awarded. Of course, you're not required to take advantage of your work-study offer if you don't want a job, but if you do decide to work, here are a few things you'll need to know before you start. The first step toward beginning your work-study job is accepting the offer in Duke Hub. Log in, go to the Financial Aid tab, and click Accept. If you skip this important step, you won't be able to participate as a work-study student. You can accept at any time during the year, but you won't be able to start work until you've completed this step. Once you've accepted your work-study in Duke Hub, you should check your Duke email for your work-study verification letter. This letter explains which type of work-study you have, how much money you have been awarded, and how long your award will be valid for. The initial paperwork for the fall semester will be emailed by the second week of August. If you accept your work-study after the second week of August, then you should receive your paperwork within 3 to 5 business days. If you have still not received your verification letter, then please reach out to your financial aid counselor. They will let you know if you have an incomplete item on your financial aid to-do list in Duke Hub that is preventing you from receiving your work-study letter, or if you have any outstanding documents that you must turn in to the financial aid office. Your next step, and this is an important one, is to find a job. The best place to look for open positions on and off campus is dukelist.duke.edu. Employers post positions regularly, so check back often. If you don't see any open positions or you aren't interested in the jobs available on Duke List, you can explore other options. Students can ask individual academic departments, faculty, and campus offices if they're hiring for work-study positions. It never hurts to ask. When you find a job that interests you, you'll have to formally apply. Most employers will ask for a resume and request an interview. Employers usually have many students interested in their positions, so don't lose heart if you aren't offered the first job you apply to. If at first you don't succeed, well, you know the rest. After you receive a job offer, you'll give your work-study verification letter to your supervisor, complete an I-9 form, and provide a copy of your class schedule so that you can arrange your work schedule. Employers understand you are first and foremost a student, so be sure to communicate your class schedule and the number of hours you are available to work when you have your interview. If you are interested in working multiple jobs, be sure to complete a multiple employment form so that your employers can figure out how to divide your work-study award money and work schedule. Students typically work between 8 and 10 hours per week to earn their full work-study allotment, though you may work fewer hours if you choose. Please note that the maximum amount of hours you may work in 1 week is 19.9 hours while classes are in session. Once you've found your job and arranged your work schedule, you'll want to set up direct deposit with payroll services so you can get paid. It is not the same thing as setting up direct deposit for your Bursar account, so please speak with your employer to find out how to get set up properly. Direct deposit may take up to a month to go into effect, so your first paycheck may be given to you in the form of a physical check. Work-study is much like any other job. You're paid based on the hours you work. That means the money comes directly to you and isn't applied to your Duke bill. You will be paid bi-weekly or monthly depending on your employer, and you can spend the money as you like. If you need to use your work-study earnings for school expenses like books, flex, pizza, and other out-of-pocket costs, then be sure to save. Remember that it is your responsibility to turn in your time cards when they're due. Failure to do so will result in a payment delay. Also, be sure to track your earnings in Duke Hub. Once your earnings equal your award amount, your hiring manager will determine whether or not you can continue working for them. It's important to notify your employer if your work-study award changes. Please note that how much or how little you earn will not impact your work-study eligibility for next year, but unused funds will not roll over to the following year. If you are unable to work, or if you have only earned a portion of your award but still need the funds, you may contact your financial aid counselor to see if they can convert your work-study award into a loan. If you'd like to continue your work-study job the next academic year, you'll have to submit a new FAFSA to find out if you qualify for work-study again. And that's it! If you have general questions about work-study, feel free to visit our webpage at financialaid.duke.edu/workstudy. If you have specific questions about work-study eligibility, your verification letter, and increases or decreases to your work-study award amount, you may contact your financial aid counselor. If you'd like to find out more about getting a work-study job, the hiring process, managing multiple jobs, and tracking your earnings in Duke Hub, you may contact the Student Loans Office at personalfinance@duke.edu or call 919-660-3630. Please contact Payroll Services at payroll@duke.edu or call 919-684-2642 if you have questions about your paycheck, direct deposit problems, or tax forms. Thanks for watching.